Ice Cube. What's your take on his plan?
I don't know his plan in full, but you just brought me to you just made me think of another guy. I sit there and go, man, I kind of like where he's coming from. Dr. Boyce Watkins uh is another guy who catches my interest, and his economic solutions to black problems catches my attention. And so Ice Cube consulted with Boyce and several other people whose names don't come to top of mind about his plan. And I liked the fact that Ice Cube didn't sit around with Dr. Dre and Yella and come up with a plan. He actually contacted some experts,
That. Mhm.
and so I have respect for what Ice Cube did. And again, I'm someone that I was one of the first people on Ball State's campus with an NWA cassette tape at that time. I don't know if y'all young enough or old enough to remember cassette tapes, but me and gangster rap music have a long relationship. I'm a critic of gangster rap music and the messaging of it, and so not everything Ice Cube has been involved with, I think, is a positive. But the same thing can be said of Jason Whitlock. I like where Ice Cube is going. I
Sure.
like the mentality. Again, Ice Cube is carrying himself like a grown ass man in terms of ain't nobody gonna tell me who I sit down and negotiate and talk with. I will sit down and negotiate and talk with whoever is in power and can perhaps do something that benefits the people I'm concerned with. I respect that. This whole little resist and fear and blah blah, all this feminine shit we doing. And so anybody that stands on some masculinity and you know, I'm gonna go out as a man and engage. Anybody with that lion, king of the jungle mentality, I got some respect for. And so I like that Ice Cube consulted with people with some expertise and came up with a plan and took it to President Trump and the White House and their people. I respect that.
How about Stephen Jackson? Have you had a chance to listen to Stephen Jackson and his movement?
No, I haven't. What is
I mean,
his movement? How would you?
I
And I
mean,
know Steven. He used to appear on my TV show,
uh-huh.
and I have some affinity for Steven. And I certainly, him being close to George Floyd, I
Mhm.
get his mentality. Again, having lost a cousin uh, to police violence, I understand where Stephen is mentally, but I don't know what his movement or what he. Give me some details on that.
Um, he's responding by going into communities, being an asset to communities, whether it's giving out food, speaking, and he's he's speaking out on injustices throughout America. You know, so he's using his platform, and I haven't watched his podcast Up in Smoke, but I would assume he's probably using that platform as well. Tank, feel free to repost your comment as well. Missed it, but go ahead.
Me or someone else?
Yeah, no, I was telling Tank and
Oh,
because he put a super chat in, so I wanted him to
Yeah,
continue to.
I have it here.
Okay, good.
Let's see. Hold on. Let me pull it up. It is. All right, Tank said, what was the impact, if any, of James Brown's song, I'm Black and I'm Proud, if not to teach our own people to relearn those significant lessons of cultural appreciation, self-determination, and self-love?
he's asking me about James Brown's song "I'm Black and I'm Proud." Uh, Certainly heard it as a kid growing up uh, in at home and in my dad's bars. Uh, Certainly at that time felt that energy and appreciated that energy. But pride has its place and it has its limits. And pride in skin color is probably a reaction to white people and how they feel about your skin color more than something that I think needs to be central to your life philosophy. Again, I don't want to be defined by my skin color. I have more important things to offer than my skin color. And I don't have any shame at all about my skin color, but it's not the central thing I want to offer to the world. I really want people to think that I'm intelligent, think that I'm a good person, think that I'm a God fearing person. There's other things that I want people to remember me for. And so I don't want the first sentence of my obituary to be, well, he's black. I want it to be, Jason Whitlock was a Christian who used his intelligence to benefit humanity. And because he was born in America and because of America's racial history, uh, his philosophy or his life uh, tried to show or tried to benefit Black people. That's how I would perhaps want to be remembered. And so I don't know if I've answered the question,
I get it.
fully, but it's a bit of a curveball. And in order to give a better answer, I need more time to think about it because I just hadn't, it's a bit of a curveball. I get the song, but I think we're making a mistake as Black people by making our skin color our most important and defining characteristic. All other groups, again, let's take Asians as an example. Asian parents send their kids out into the world damn near at gunpoint. You go out there and prove you smarter than motherfuckers. You go out and prove you work harder than them motherfuckers. They're not sending, go out and show everybody how yellow you are. They're not. Go out and show how much pride you have in your skin color. They're not doing that. They're Go out and prove to everybody you're smarter, you work harder, you're more committed to your family. And I think we should adopt that. The Asian people consider if you call them yellow, that's an insult. They don't. And again, I understand